Hello guys, Lucas here. Today I have a controversial topic because I believe that apprenticeships are worth more than going to study. And here in this video I explain why this is the case. So what you gotta know first of all is that I am from Switzerland and apprenticeships are way more common here in Switzerland than I guess in other countries. Here in Switzerland we have the dual educational system, and that means that when you graduate in ninth grade, yes, in ninth grade, not in 12th grade, as a senior in high school, then you can decide if you either do an apprenticeship or you can study further, get your diploma so that you can go and study. But more than half of all the people, like, I don't have the exact numbers, but like 70%, but a lot of people, they decide to do an apprenticeship. Like I did an apprenticeship as a drafter. That's basically, yeah, that's what you do as a mechanical engineer, but with less, responsibility. Exactly. You don't have to calculate everything through. You're mainly here to draw the drawings that you can after that manufacture all the pieces together, or that you can mount everything together in the assembly lines, etc. That's what I did. And for example, I have also two brothers. One of them became an electrician and the other one is a plumber. And yeah, these are basically traits that you can use everywhere, and it backs you up. And just it doesn't matter what you do. If you have this apprenticeship in, you are basically a person that has expertise in his. Oh yeah, I don't have a lot of battery left, but you have expertise in your field, so you can basically work as a normal person and earn a living with that. You don't earn a good living when you only have an apprenticeship. In Switzerland you earn a little more than 4,000 Swiss francs. That's also around $4,000 dollars. Maybe you think that's a lot of money, but here in Switzerland it's like enough money to pay the bills and a little more so that you can go on holidays and stuff, but you can't really feed a family with that in Switzerland. But you have the skills that you can already survive. But now we have the other people that solely study, and in my opinion that's kind of risky because you invest a lot of time just studying all kind of different things. You don't have a lot of work experience because, for example, when I was in my apprenticeship, I worked 3 days during the week and I studied 2, and from time to time I even worked more, like up to 3.5 days, and if I did not have school I had to work. But I could already earn some money during this time. It was not a lot, but it was some money. But on the other hand, people that did not do apprenticeships, they did not earn any money, even though it was little during my apprenticeship. Like I got at the beginning of 500 francs, and at the end, in my 4th year of my apprenticeship, I earned around 1,200 or 300 Swiss francs. Yeah, you cannot even pay rent with that. But if you still live at home with your parents, then yeah, you can already afford yourself some holidays, you can save some money, you can go out, party a little bit. It does not matter. You can actually spend your own money that you have been earning. But that nobody can do that when they just study. They don't earn money, they just study, and they still have to get the money from their parents. And yeah, that's not a good situation to be in my opinion. And if they finish like the school part before they go to university, in Switzerland you have like the gymnasium. It's not like a gym, it's like the ticket to go to university. You can do that either through through school, or you can do it along with your apprenticeship. But when you do it along with your apprenticeship, you don't you cannot access all the universities like the big ones. Then you have to add an additional year. It's kind of complicated, but if you do an apprenticeship, you can still go studying afterwards. Yeah, but not at the same prestigious universities, but it's still people, or the people from the company still choose you because you have work experience. They don't have to teach you everything from the beginning because you have already been working. Maybe during the vacation time when you studied, you worked in your old company to earn some money and you actually know what to do. If you just study, then you don't have work experience, and everybody has to teach that to you afterwards. After you graduate, after maybe 20 years of school, you don't have a lot of work experience in your field, and that's a huge downside from only focusing on studying. I don't believe that's good. For example, now in my situation, I did my apprenticeship as a drafter and now I'm studying, and if everything would go wrong, I could still go back to my old job and earn myself a living. And that's a pretty comfortable situation to be in. I don't have the pressure that I have to graduate with good grades, and this actually gives me more freedom to actually excel even more, because there is no reason to actually I'm not dependent solely on on the outcome of my studies. But I have also other friends that only studied. One of my friends studied at one of the best universities in Switzerland, and they are pretty hard, and initially you don't really know if you pass the tests or not, and if you don't pass, then you just don't have to go. You are not allowed to go to this university anymore, or at least in this. If you studied economics, then you are not allowed to do that again. You have to choose another subject. And then there is some pressure because everything that you have been doing depends on like some exams, and if you don't pass, you don't really have a skill that you can market afterwards. And that's a lot of pressure in my opinion, and that's why I prefer doing an apprenticeship before going to study, or you can just do an apprenticeship, because nowadays everybody wants to go and study and we don't have enough tradespeople. Another part that I actually think is important now, I actually forgot it. Exactly. Like in Switzerland, you might think, you also have to pay tuition or something like that when you go studying, but it's actually free. So this burden is already away. But you still have to invest time, and if you don't pass everything, then you don't have a skill that you can market. So you don't really get a job or a good paying job, and that's a problem. But you still have to pay, like per semester or per year, you have to pay something between 1,000 and 2,000 Swiss francs. That's what you have to pay. But that's not that much, because it includes a gym membership. You can do a lot of stuff. You have access to libraries, and you get a lot out of it, and you can still study, and you don't really have to pay for it. So this burden is away, but as I've already mentioned, if everything would go wrong, you still have this apprenticeship and your skills, and you can still market them, so you are not totally screwed. So you can still go back and like decide to work on your job, like maybe 1 or 2-3 years, save some money, and build a business, or do something else with that. But if you don't have that, then yeah, you have to just go for like low paying jobs like security guards. Yeah, it depends if, yeah, but it's not a lucrative job to be a security guard. I have done it before, and yeah, all this kind of stuff, it's just more stressful. And that's why I actually appreciate an apprenticeship more than university degree. I would rather, like I'm doing right now, have an apprenticeship and then study instead of just studying. Because when you do an apprenticeship, you get so many different experiences. Like for example, me, I have manufactured some pieces at the lathe. I drilled, I assembled machines together. Yeah, I went and visited other manufacturing lines in Europe, and I actually, the great thing why I actually chose to become a drafter is that you have an idea and then you put it on paper, and with your drafting skills you know exactly how to put it on a drawing so that it can actually be manufactured. So your idea can be a reality in a short time period, just because you know how to draw everything so that it can be manufactured, and that's what I like about it. And then as soon as you have finished your drawings, you can go down to the manufacturing lines and you see how everything is put together, and you actually see if you did some mistakes or not. And these are all experiences that you would not get while studying in school. That you don't have that. You might be able to understand some words in another language, like in French you might be better at this, but you can't really market that, especially when AI is developing in a pace that we are seeing right now. Then AI will do all the translations for us in the future. Yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to say today. I believe an apprenticeship is more valuable than a university degree. Write down in the comments if you agree, if you can actually do the same in your country. I only know the Swiss perspective. Maybe I will make a video in the future about this, and edit this video a little better so that you can actually see the system in front of you. And I hope this video helped you to decide if you want to go to university or not. And bye guys.